Thank you very much for having this opportunity to address you today on a very important issue and its geopolitical implications, which are the recent agreements between Israel and United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and recently Sudan, and maybe many more in the future. On behalf of the European Union, I have welcomed these announcements for three reasons. First, because we believe that these agreements helps to establish a new formal relations between countries that have decided to put their differences aside and to engage in a peaceful bilateral cooperation. Secondly, we welcome these agreements because they can potentially enhance relations in areas such as technology, tourism, energy, trade, health, or regional cooperation. And third, because we believe that they could have a positive effect on other countries, as well as a more broadly on regional stability, which the European Union has consistently tried to promote. However, although these agreements bring positive developments, it's clear that they all focus on the broader regional picture. Israel did commit in the context of the normalisation deal with the UAE to suspend its plans for annexation of occupied territory in the West Bank. This was a positive step, and we celebrate it and we welcome it, but the agreement themselves do not address the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And the Israelis' annexation plans still need to be abandoned, not suspended temporarily, abandoned altogether. As we have always said, there will not be sustainable peace and stability in the region without a comprehensive settlement of the Arab-Israeli conflict, and in particular, the Israel-Palestinian conflict on the basis of a negotiated and viable two-state solution built upon the internationally agreed parameters. In this light, we should explore ways to apply the logic inherent to the normalization process to generate a direct and positive impact on the situation on the ground and to create the conditions for a meaningful political process between Israel and the Palestinians. In the last weeks, we had informal exchange between Palestinian Foreign Minister, Mr. Malki, and the European Union Foreign Ministers by video conference. I stressed the importance of the re-engaging in a meaningful political dialogue. I also emphasized this to the Israeli Foreign Minister, Gabi Ashkenazi, when we spoke by telephone yesterday. Last week, we saw the positive news that the Palestinian Authority will resume economic and security cooperation with Israel. We had actively encouraged this as the European Union, but at the same time, the situation on the ground remained very worrying, notably due to continued advancements of illegal settlement construction and a significant spike in demolitions. The recent decisions by Israel to open tenders to build a new settlement in Givat Hamatos, the first new settlement in occupied East Jerusalem in 20 years, is of huge concern. And yesterday, in my phone conference with Minister Ashkenazi, I expressed this concern and our condemnation of this initiative. We must work urgently to find a way to rebuild trust and confidence between two parties. We must avoid unilateral actions that undermine peace efforts. For that, relaunch of negotiations remains essential. We will therefore continue to work with members of the international community, including, I hope, with a new administration in Washington, to uphold international law to end the conflict and to ensure equal rights for all. Only by working together we will be able to end the current dynamics of perpetual confrontation and mistrust. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, honourable members.